Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're coming in with a regional recipe, this time from the beautiful province of Barcelona, where they're famously known for their sunny beaches, amazing architecture, but most importantly their soccer team, Football Club Barcelona. We're talking Spanish fried garlic noodles. This is known as Rossejat de Fideus. And let me tell you, this dish is filled with so many simple yet delicious flavors. The recipe's super easy to make, and the best part, it's all done in about 30 minutes. Folks, serve these garlic noodles next to some pan-fried fish and a bottle of Spanish red wine, more specifically from the region of Priorat, and have yourself the ultimate dining experience. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. The Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need, such as sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which we're going to be using in today's recipe, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings. And they even offer classic grilling systems, that way you can always perfectly cook your paella at home. Folks, visit Tienda.com, let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to add in 2.5 cups of fish broth into a saucepan, which is 600 milliliters. You can also use vegetable broth here, or even chicken broth if you like. Either way, link where you get the Spanish fish broth I'm using from Barcelona in the description box below. And we'll heat it with a medium heat. At the same time, I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat as well. And add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Important to use the good stuff here. This is the base fat of the dish and what truly makes a difference. Link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to measure out 2 cups of noodles, which is known as Fideus in Spain. This is about 8 ounces or 180 grams. And I tell you, if you can't find this type of pasta in your area, no big deal. Just use regular spaghetti and break it into small pieces. After heating the olive oil for a couple minutes, we'll add in the noodles. And we'll mix them around, that way they're all coated in the olive oil. And you want to make sure to mix the noodles around continuously, that way they all evenly fry. After about 3 to 4 minutes and the noodles are lightly golden fried, you don't want to brown them too much, otherwise they can easily get a bitter flavor. We'll remove them from the fry pan and set them aside. You want to make sure to reserve any of the olive oil in the pan. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, I'm going to add in 6 cloves of garlic that I roughly chopped. And once again, we'll mix this around continuously. That way all the garlic evenly sautés. After 30 seconds to 1 minute, and the garlic is nice and fragrant, you don't want to brown it too much. I'm going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 1.25 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix. And like I've told you in the past, when you're working with paprika in a hot pan, you want to mix it in there quickly, otherwise you can easily get a bitter flavor. Then we'll add in 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, which is 120 grams. As always, I made my sauce by finely grating fresh tomatoes, but you can also use canned tomato sauce here, which is similar to passata. We'll also add in 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, which is 8 grams. And season with sea salt and just a kiss of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together, and then simmer it for a few minutes. After 4 to 5 minutes and the tomato sauce is slightly thickened, we'll add in the fried noodles back into the pan. And grab our simmering fish broth and gently add it over the noodles. And we'll give this one final mix until everything's well mixed together and the ingredients are evenly distributed. And we're going to simmer this between 7 to 8 minutes until all the broth has been absorbed by the noodles. In the meantime, let's make a garlic alioli, which is what gives this dish that pop of Mediterranean goodness. Now I'm going to show you how to make 2 different versions, a homemade one and one with mayonnaise. And you can serve whichever one you like with these noodles. Let's begin by making the homemade version. I'm going to add in 3 cloves of garlic that I roughly chopped into a mortar, and a pinch of sea salt. And using a pestle, we'll pound down on the garlic until we end up with a paste-like texture. Once the garlic is well mashed, we'll add in 1 egg yolk and 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, which is about 5 milliliters. And we'll start mixing everything together in a circular motion while slowly adding in 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 240 milliliters. The secret, make sure to mix this continuously as you slowly add in the olive oil. Once all the olive oil has been added and we've ended up with a mayonnaise-like texture, we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper and give it 1 final mix. For our next version, let's make the mayo one, which is easier to put together. I'm going to add in half a cup of mayonnaise into a bowl, which is 120 grams. Then we'll finely grate in 2 cloves of garlic. As always, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely chop them. Squeeze in 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice, which is 10 milliliters. And drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. Then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a whisk until we end up with a beautiful creamy sauce. Okay, let's move back to the fry pan. After simmering the noodles between 7 to 8 minutes, and there's virtually no broth left in the pan, this is ready to go. At this point, I place the lid on the pan and turn off the heat, and let this sit here for a couple minutes. You know, by trapping in that steam in there, it's going to ensure that all the noodles are cooked through. Once the noodles are perfectly cooked, we'll remove the pan from the stovetop, transfer some of the noodles into a serving dish, and top it off with some of the garlic alioli. And for the final touch, we'll garnish with fresh parsley. Check it out, our Spanish fried garlic noodles are done. Easy to make, beautiful presentation, and all done in about 30 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Rossejat de Fideus, a classic recipe from Barcelona. This I cannot wait to try. A little bit of everything. Here we go. First things first, with the taste of this, it instantly takes me to a sunny beach in beautiful Barcelona. So many great flavors in there. The noodles absorbed everything, all that garlic, the paprika, and the garlic alioli, taking this to the next level. Give this a try at home. Once again, next to some pan-grilled fish and a bottle of Spanish red wine from the beautiful region of Priorat, you can have yourself the best moment of your day. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Grace Suarez, Alan M. Hirschman, Jean, and Maybeth Robles. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.